Hello, fellow Bills fans. Sean Rogers, Realtor and lead of the Mr. Rogers Homes team. Did you know that real estate is one of the best ways to build wealth? And right now is one of the best times to own an investment property in Arizona? Please reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to answer any of your questions so we can take the next step to your financial freedom here in the Valley of the Sun utilizing real estate. As always, God bless America and go Buffalo!
Welcome to Tailgate Talk. My name is Mike. I will be your host. My partner in crime, Tommy from the MSR. What's going on, bud?
What is up, Mikey?
Oh, we got some
The
stuff to get
anger,
into.
yeah, the anger has the anger's gone away now.
That's good.
I'm coming back down to to calmness, and
That's
we're
good.
ready for a new week.
That's
New
good.
game.
And unfortunately, I will make you angry again as we recap what happened last week, and then we will move in to this week's Jets matchup and get ready. I will tell you right off the top. We'll recap last week. Our game predictions, we were both way off.
Well, you know what's funny though?
off.
I wasn't that off because I did predict the Jaguars to score 9 points.
No, you had 13.
Oh, did I? I thought I
44-13.
said 9.
Yeah, no, you had 44-13. I had 49-10.
Son of a bitch. You were close then on their
But
score.
it was bad. It was bad. I'll tell you.
Yikes.
I did the halftime report with Joe on game day, and I was so dejected. And it was a therapy session because something happened to Joe's camera, and he dropped out, so it was just me in the chat, and it was my therapy session. Like, honestly, the chat helped me get through my frustration and my anger. And I think we all know I've been a huge Cody Ford's fan. I'm a supporter. I believed in him. I will tell you, after last week, I can't defend the man. However, this cut Cody Ford and we're going to be fine thread that's on Twitter is bullshit. I'm just going to come out and say it. On here, I don't curse a lot, but it's bullshit because Williams and Bacher were worse than Ford last week. It was horrible. Like, the think about how much money we're paying that man Williams on the end, and he was like 2 seconds off every snap. Like, I didn't understand.
Know, man.
Did he not know the snap count? Was he just head not there? But Josh was getting his ass kicked left and right last week, and it was brutal. It was brutal.
Right now, you can't cut any offensive line on this team right now, unless you're going to find one. And I told you a couple names. I know you're the one you don't agree with, but the Lane Taylor guy, if Houston's not protecting him, will be a great addition, bro. I would take him in a heartbeat. I sign him in a heartbeat. Forrest Lamp, I know you're iffy, but honestly, I gotta say.
So who would you cut
to bring him on? Who would you cut to bring him on? Well, there's a lot. I'll be honest. There's a couple guys that I could cut, and I don't think teams will pick him up. Reggie Gilliam isn't doing anything. I would cut him and put him on a practice squad. Like, honestly, what has Reggie Gilliam done? Nothing. What is he? He's a waste of a space.
No, he's special teams.
I'm just saying you could put him on special teams.
However, we want to talk about special teams and those designated special teams players who are on here because they're aces have been causing us problems. Like Smith, Holding negated it. Our running back / special teamer Jones, he's been it's just, I don't get it, and I'm frustrated. And McDermott refuses to acknowledge, like, even in his press conferences this week, he was talking about, changes are going to be made. You know what that tells me? They're going to line up with Gilliam and try to run the ball over and over. And guess what? Your scheme sucks. It can't work. It hasn't for 2 years. You know what the definition of insanity is? Doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result.
No, it 100%, bro. It's like I keep telling everybody, if you think you're going to get a good press conference out of McDermott, or he's going to give anything knowledgeable, like worth noting down, you're not going to get it. And the fact that he keeps saying, we're going to keep with the line. This is the line we got. And I believe in these guys. Like, okay, bud, it's been fucking 3 seasons. The line's been garbage. Like, let's be real here. It really hasn't gotten any better. And you keep saying the same song and dance, and it's not fucking working. So there's a lot of problems, right? Either Bobby Johnson's a fucking total failure as a line coach, or the players are just total trash that they have in here, or it's all together, or it's everything combined.
There's a third option. Scheme. Our scheme is garbage.
100%.
Because let's think about this. Bobby Hart was here, and he looked like hot garbage. Bobby Hart goes to Tennessee and is implanted as the left tackle, and he's average.
Well, I mean, there's a couple linemen. Yeah, I get it. I mean, Quentin Spain left, and he's been phenomenal this year. Wyatt Teller left,
and he's great.
That's what I'm saying. So as I said, it could be scheme. It could be also Bobby Johnson just not doing his job. Maybe not getting these guys, that other lineman coach are getting them motivated or whatever, correcting their issues. I have no idea. The Quentin Spain thing is weird, though, because Quentin Spain was a veteran. It's not like he was like a guy with,
something happened. Something happened when they benched him for Ford. Something was said, I mean, granted, when Spain got benched, the game he played before he got benched, he wasn't good. Like, Josh was lucky.
Come on.
Yeah, but Josh was lucky he didn't get hurt, because you also have to remember Spain was also in the line when Joe Burrow got hurt, and the same kind of hit happened to Josh. He was just in the air to where Joe Burrow was planted. So,
I don't know.
But anyways,
they jumped the gun too quick on that.
Something happened when they pulled him out of the lineup and put Winters in, which made zero sense because he was garbage.
Oh, Winters.
And then something happened between them and they released him. So who knows? We'll never actually know. But I like what Spen says here. The media needs to start covering and reporting about this horrible officiating. It's getting bad. Like, they tried to keep Baltimore in the game last night, throwing like the first.
Oh, that one call.
Baker's roughing the passer was a legit roughing the passer.
That was legit.
He picked him up. He slammed him.
Yeah.
But Hollins was not. He didn't hit him in the head. He bumped him
like this. Yeah.
He was trying to bat the ball, and he ran into him.
Yeah, but that was clean. There was nothing wrong with that hit.
No, and it's getting that way all the time. The Marsh one on Monday night when he got the taunting flag, and then the ref hip checked him.
Yeah.
The ref created the contact. Like, where's this, the media covering that? You know who I did hear talk about it was Rich Eisen, who works for the NFL Network. He's the only one I hear talking about it. And he's blasting them. He's like, and I know this ref. Yeah. And he's like, I've known him.
They've been bad. Yeah, they've been bad, but listen, guys. They've been bad, but that's not the reason why we lost.
No,
I'm not going to put that on the refs. We lost because we fucking sucked that game, and the offensive line was trash, and the play calling was bad. I keep telling people this. Dable's not putting Josh Allen in a good spot. He's not. He's hurting him, if anything. The play calls were awful. Awful. I cannot keep telling you how bad they've been. I know we were. I honestly can't believe we're the number one scoring offense. Not anymore, but at that point.
Yeah. And
we've really haven't been playing, at least in my vision, good offense at all. I mean, it's bad, bro.
So does Jack Me. The whole offensive line needs to go. So does Dayball. Like, listen, it's bad right now. And I think we talked about this last week before the game. We said no matter what happens in week 9, it's not, when it comes to playoffs and we're in the playoffs, week 9 is going to be a distant memory. Because if you have to remember, just a few weeks ago, we played Kansas City and we stomped them. And everyone was happy.
And we should have beat Tennessee. We should have beat Tennessee.
And everybody was happy.
A hot team. Yeah.
So, yeah, Pierre.
But I will say this.
A lot of people are giving up football since Sunday.
I will say this, though. Last season, we finished 13-3. Mm-hmm. We still had these issues, and we finished with a good record. But This season, it's catching up to us, those mistakes. Last season, we got away with them. In some games, we got away with it. This season, you guys are seeing now, we're not getting away with those mistakes anymore. Teams are coming after us even harder. They know what we're about. They know this line. They know we have no running game. They're scheming for us. And Dable has no answer. That is your problem this season. It's the same problems last season. The same.
Yeah.
No running game. Offensive line bad. Think about it. Nothing has changed from last season to this season. It's just teams now are attacking us even more.
No. Something has changed. We stopped throwing the ball to Diggs.
Right.
We phased him out of the offense.
100%.
He runs 2 routes now. He runs a go and he runs a stop. All the other routes are Manny Sanders and Beasley that are running like the crossers and to get open. Why all of a sudden are we phasing him out? Why aren't we getting Diggs involved earlier in games? He's the most talented offensive player we have outside of Josh.
I don't.
That's
what I'm trying to tell you.
I don't understand.
It's the play calling. It's the play calling.
It's the scheme. It's the play calling. It's the execution. The offense is broken right now.
Right.
And they need to find a way to fix it.
100%. Listen, we were just talking about this before we came on, the second quarter with a minute 30 or whatever, minute 26 seconds, and we're calling quarterback draws. Like, option. Hello, we got to put points on the board. Let's drive down the field and let's score. Why are we trying to quarterback draw?
Okay,
that's
no just one play. And you know what? You talked about this for a week now. That's one play.
It kills me.
Let's move beyond that one play. And Spen comes in here and says they use Diggs to clear defenders because they keep doubling him. You know what? They doubled him last year too, and we found ways to free him up by running double crossers and things like that to pick guys off. Why aren't we doing some of those things? What happened to the jet motion and using that to do run them back the other way, do misdirection runs? Those were big last year when we did make runs, but we don't use any motion anymore. Like we don't take a lot. Our offense has become so plain and predictable.
Vanilla, plain Jane. Bro, he's taken a lot out of the offense that was working out. I don't understand. Like, if it was working, he hasn't even tried the jet sweeps this year. It's not like it's failing. Why not throw that in here and there? Nothing. I don't see that. Diggs is totally irrelevant a lot of the games. Beasley.
So
gets Beasley involved late. Like a lot of.
So let me go to this one real quick. Spen comes in and says the offense isn't broken. The underneath routes are open because they're protecting the deep pass. Then why aren't we using Diggs underneath as he's our best run and catch guy? Where's and in order to get to those underneath guys, our offensive line has to give Josh more than a second and a half to throw.
100%. 100%.
So that's where
collapsing.
So why aren't we using our backs to chip, our tight ends to chip? I don't understand the blocking concepts. They're running even they were running 4-on-5, and we had 3 guys blocking 1 guy last week.
Yeah,
and a guy was running at Josh. And you know what? I've heard this all week. Josh is not throwing underneath routes. He throws underneath routes as much as anybody else in this league throws the underneath routes. Everybody loves Josh when he goes off plays and he gets open and he throws the 40-yard passes downfield. It's the same thing. The difference is the line's not leaving it open. Last week, Josh went to escape right, and Cody Ford stepped in his way, so he had to go left. It's the offense is running the same that it has. If you throw 3-yard route, 3-yard route, 3-yard route, 3-yard route, 3-yard route all the way down the field, great. But at some point, the line's going to hold, false start, drop pass, miss pass, and that kills the drives over and over and over.
And we did. Yes. And by the way, we did that in that game. He passed the Devin Singletary on that short pass.
He threw to the backs
multiple times.
He threw multiple the backs 11 times.
Right. And it didn't it gave us 6 points in the game. So it's not always the answer.
So my question isn't so much like that's fine. That's great that those are the underneaths. Stop running our best playmakers deep and start running them underneath. Like we ran to Beasley. Beasley had 8 catches but 23 yards because he couldn't take a hit because he has bruised ribs. So why isn't he running the deep routes or having McKenzie in there, someone that can get some run after the catch? The guys have to make plays for him. He can't do it himself. He gets frustrated and then he tries to become Josh Hero Ball, and that's what happened.
Yeah, you can't.
And honestly,
he tries to be Superman.
Yeah, the first pick. If you go back and watch, Cover One actually did a breakdown video of this, or Brian Ballender did. I can't remember which one it was, but they were showing it. If Manny Sanders runs underneath the receiver, he's wide open, and that's who Josh was waiting on. He went behind, and then he was covered, so he came to the backside, and he threw it too late, and it got picked.
Yeah. Josh, that will never change, by the way. Josh will always try to take the whole team on his shoulders when things are going bad. It's who he is, guys. I'm telling you right now, the hero ball thing will never go away. And it's a good and bad thing because sometimes it will work. Sometimes you will be amazed, right? The hurdling, right? To get that first down. The fucking, the crazy pass that a quarterback shouldn't throw, he makes. But then there's plays like that. So you got to take the good with the bad with Josh, but that will never go away. The hero ball mentality of Josh.
The last week's issue 100% stems from Josh losing faith in the guys around him. Beasley 100%. Had a big drop. Gabe Davis had a big drop. He doesn't trust the running back. So on those keepers, like on that fumble, if he would have given it to Singletary would have got the first down and some. Like there was a giant hole. Josh just didn't trust it, so he wanted to keep it himself because he trusts himself over the guys. He lost faith in him. He was screaming at him on the sidelines, and there was zero reaction.
The offense
it was bad. Like I felt bad.
The sideline throw showed no emotion, no energy, no nothing, no passion. Like it just seemed the defense was fired up and I heard from like a lot of sideline reporters, the defense was going off on the sideline. The offense was just nothing. It seemed like they just had no urgency. Nothing. It just was flat.
They felt defeated. Like after the first quarter, when Josh was starting to get harassed badly and getting hit, like dude, Josh's jersey hasn't been that dirty in a long time.
Blood on it.
It was bad. It was bad. And you're absolutely right, Nathan S. Just a bad game. Sure. It was. Chalk it up. Baltimore had a game like that last night. You have games where a lot of teams don't work.
Dallas got smoked.
Yeah, Dallas got smoked by 30. Like going into late the fourth quarter, they were getting blanked. Things.
I can tell you this, guys. I can say this one real quick. The one good thing is, I don't know if we're ever going to get smoked like that. Like our defense is legit, guys. If we haven't said that already. No, even if the offense is playing bad, we're always going to be in the game.
Spin, our defense failed us. They should have gotten a pick six.
Right.
Or TD. Yeah, come on, defense. Miami's defense does it. Why can't you guys?
Right.
We got to respect it. So we're not going to spend too much time on that game. It was just it's a burn the tape game.
It is.
The Bills D was dominant. They looked absolutely awesome. Really, the reason why they got that 9 points is because Josh's turnovers gave them points. That's the reason why. The pass rush, we're getting there. We're just not getting sacks. Like
I can't figure it out for the life of me.
I can't figure it out.
So frustrating.
Like the guys are getting there. We're just like not getting them down.
And by the way, do we miss Dawson Knox or fucking what?
Right? Who would have known Dawson Knox was the thing that made this engine go? Special teams, we're still having issues. A lot of bad penalties on these special teams only guys over and over and over. And it's starting to get annoying because we have someone, like Stevenson on the IR not coming back because there's no roster spot, and we have these special team only guys who are just creating penalties. Like they're not doing anything else.
Right.
You know, and then our offense, we gotta find a way to come out faster. Like when we come out fast and we get Josh in rhythm and we start hitting our guys early, our offense does well. When we come out and it's 3 and out, the game's script slows down. Like I don't know what the hell Daboll's doing up in there. And you know what? Daboll may have the perfect game plan and we're just not executing. But that's back to McDermott and Daboll and the position coaches for not getting the right guys in the place then.
He doesn't do it. Yeah, but I don't. He doesn't do any in-game adjustments, though, Mikey. He doesn't.
Yeah, you're right.
He sticks with his game plan. He's stuck. Like it's almost like he's stuck in mud. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't. Here's my point, real quick, because I know you want to say something with Daboll, and I'll say it quick. Daboll has a game plan for whatever game, and he doesn't change it. He sticks with it, and doesn't matter if it's working or not. He continues to go with the same game plan all 4 quarters. You can't do that. You have to adjust during a game. Not every game plan works out, and he continues to struggle with that, and it bothers the hell out of me. That's the problem with Daboll. It's nothing else. I don't mind his playbook sometimes. I like his creativity, but when things aren't going good, he fucking falls flat, and that's Daboll's number one problem. He doesn't know how to do any in-game adjustments, and that's what's hurting Josh Allen. That's what's hurting the team, in my opinion.
And it's not even that they don't do adjustments, because they do make some adjustments. I think where he falls short, and I don't know if it's Daboll, I don't know if it's Bobby Johnson, I don't know if it's McDermott, or if it's a group of them that are all falling short here. But when your offensive line is getting its ass kicked the way it have, why aren't you chipping guys? Like, let's go to Darrell Williams alone. We'll spotlight Darrell Williams. He was getting off the ball 1 to 2 seconds late every time. They're lining up a D end wide. Why not put the tight end there to help chip him? Push him back inside so Williams didn't have to try to go out, because they were just running around him and hitting Josh.
Yeah.
Like, those are the type of blocking schemes that need to change, that he needs to make adjustments. The play calling and getting the guys, okay. Sometimes that works, sometimes that doesn't. And I know they tweak things throughout the game. But the blocking schemes is where I've noticed they fall short, and they have for 2 years now.
Yeah. I'd like to also see a more up-tempo offense. Let's go more up-tempo, man. Let's get the defense where they can't be, getting players where they're getting all, tired. They're backpedaling. They got to go all timeout. Let's start doing that more. Go ahead.
Yeah. I was just laughing at some of the comments that were popping in.
Wow.
He has tissues and hand cream up there. He's busy.
Yeah, he got something up there.
He's stuffing his face with
chips, corn dogs. Yeah, he has something up there.
I don't know, but anyways, I don't want to spend too much time on that game. It was bad. We'll dig into that a little bit more. So let's go to this week. We're gonna go to the injury reports for the Bills. Edmonds has a hamstring. He's out, which is a big loss, I believe. And then Moss is questionable with concussion. Everyone else is back, so that means Spencer Brown is back.
Thank God.
Which now means with Spencer Brown back that we can push Williams inside, and we only have one guard that we really have to. God forbid it's gonna be Bacher again. That guy's been a hot mess.
But who else are you gonna put in?
Like, I want Douglas. Give me Douglas.
Yeah. I mean, you might as well try something different. You're right. What's the worst that can happen? He's been a starter
in this league. He's been average starter in this league.
I get it.
I'll even take a below average starter. These guys have been hot cakes. They suck. Then it turns
at this point, they should be. Yeah.
He has no anchor. He got pushed into Josh's face on the first play, and the rest of the game it was the same thing. Zero.
Yeah, no doubt. If I'm Bobby Johnson, Sean McDermott, I'm just saying, bro, let's just try it. At this point, what do you got to fucking lose, man? Try to mix it up some more, baby, because it ain't working. So let's just try every fucking possible thing we could try until something sticks, right?
Yep, Nathan, you're preaching Tommy's every week. Move the pocket. You know what? And you want a example of how it changes when you move the pocket? Go back to that the Rams game on Sunday night. First half, they ran dropbacks, and Stafford threw 2 picks and got beat up. They started moving him around and moving the pocket, and they couldn't get to him.
Say it all the time. And Josh is way more athletic than fucking what's his name? So, get him the fuck out of the pocket, man. If it's collapsing, get him on the move, man.
Feliciano may suck. He's still better than the other options that we got.
Hey, come
Why?
on,
I'm
John
telling you now.
Fliatiato.
Feliciano, we may not like him, but I'll tell you, I was a get Feliciano out of here too. And then I watched a game without Feliciano, and I'm like, whoa, nope,
No,
bring
he's still-
Feliciano back
yeah,
because
no.
those that Ford and Bacher can't do it.
No, you got to. Yeah. You're. Listen, Feliciano's not like a great offensive lineman, but he's still better than Booker. Like all day, any day of the week. I'll take Mongo. Mongo, the only problem with Mongo this year, for some reason, the fire's not there. Something's wrong there. I don't know.
He
like,
lost all that weight, and I just feel like it's zapped him.
Get fat again, Mongo.
So Jackme comes in and says, who's in, who's out of the injuries. So Edmonds is out, which means we're going to have a new middle linebacker this week. Moss is questionable. And then for the Jets, Wilson's out and Mike White's starting. And one of their tackles, Oduga, is out, and I don't know who that is. I think he's the starting right tackle. But, that's pretty much it. The Jets actually have a bunch of guys coming back. So, like, Davis is coming back. So he's a speedster, and they have a few other guys coming back this week to help out. So we'll see. I'm not really scared of the Jets. I'm more like what Bills team comes out.
Yeah, I'm not scared of the Jets offense. Period. It's all going to be about us and offense. I'm serious. We're not. Listen, the defense is going to do their job like they've been doing, especially against the Jets. It's the offense that worries me. Will we finally get back on track? Are we really mad? Is Josh really mad? Is the offensive line really mad? Like, are they going to wake the fuck up and start playing with some energy? Is Diggs going to... You know what, too? It's funny. They're captains for a reason. Diggs is the captain. Josh Allen's the captain. You got captains on both sides of the ball. You got to wake your guys up. You're responsible on the sideline. Let's fucking motivate. I don't care. Not every game is going to go right. But you got to motivate your guys, man. That's their responsibility.
Honestly, I really thought, like, that last drive when we started out and he hit Sanders with the big one down the field, I thought we were going to get a late Josh Allen touchdown. We were going to win 10-9 and escape and be done with it. And then our offensive line, like, Williams just stopped blocking people.
Yeah.
It was just...
I could have... Yeah, I know, dude. Trust me. I ranted for...
I know. I didn't rant. I stayed away from Twitter because Twitter was toxic. Bad. It was so toxic. Like, Twitter's toxic normally, but it was worse this week. So I just stayed away from all of it. I randomly posted with you because I just like to poke the bear with you. But for the most part, I saw things and I'm like, okay. I would spend probably an average about 3 minutes on Twitter at a time, because I started reading people's stuff and it would just be like, cut this guy. This guy's garbage. Josh Allen sucks. We shouldn't have given him $258 million. Like, dude, he had a bad game because he was trying to overcome everyone else's bad game.
Right.
Shit's gonna happen.
My thing on that is because I'm probably a little bit guilty of like Twitter, when I'm pissed off watching a game. But if you go back, if you guys can, and watch the game in whole, like I have a thing where I can watch the whole game back, and I do, win or loss. You see a lot after you rewatch it. And you see a lot, and you go, okay, now I see why Josh played that way. Like, or now I see why Devin Singletary can't get anything going because there's 5 guys in the backfield. So rewatching a game, I know it's tough after a loss, but you see a lot more than you did the first time around, and you see a lot of bad, even in wins. You see a lot of bad stuff.
Right here,
all correctable.
54-yard field goal. Telling me McDermott has more confidence in the offense over Bass. Yeah, I didn't understand that either. Like, Bass has been money 50 plus. I didn't know why he didn't try to go
Jacksonville. Nice day.
He could have tied it up. And we would have been fine. And instead, he tried to go for it. Josh fumbled, and that was the end of it. I didn't get that either.
McDermott, he's still...
McDermott's been part of the problem. Let's be honest.
Timeout.
His lack of challenging, like in that first drive, Sanders caught that ball and he wouldn't challenge it. Like, it was plain as day that he caught the ball. and he refused to challenge it. He's been so gun shy this year. I don't know what the hell's going on with that guy.
I have no idea.
What's the point of having a kicker if we don't use them? And it's not even that we have a kicker. We have one of the best kickers in football.
Yeah. Yep.
Who has a monster leg. 54 is nothing for him. He had made a 57 in the wind the week before. In the wind. So, like, I don't get it either, guys. I don't, Yes, I'm with you, Evan. It makes me miss Richie as well.
Dude,
that guy was nasty.
Richie. I mentioned him yesterday, guys.
And you know what's sad is baby Richie's not here anymore. He got picked up. I bet you baby Richie would have been elevated.
Oh, baby Richie? Yeah. I think Jack Anderson, right?
He would have been elevated if he was still on the team.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But no, Richie,
mm-hmm.
That's why, let me tell you guys something real quick. That's why Deion Dawkins was preaching for the Bills to pick him back up in the offseason when he was a free agent. Because he knows Richie is a dog. That's what you want up front. I get that he has his personal crap that followed him, but he's a fucking beast on the offensive line. That's how you want your line playing.
Yeah.
Mean, physical, in your face, not backing down. Maybe get a penalty here and there because he's over excessive. I'll take that. I swear to God, I'll take a penalty here and there if you're fucking doing your job most of the game. 95%.
I'll take the aggressive penalties. That's telling me that you're mauling fools,
right?
Feliciano used to be that way. He used to be that way.
That's what I'm saying. I don't. Where is that?
Spin. I agree with you on this. I don't know why we didn't protect Anderson. And when they wanted to sign him, I don't know why we didn't sign him instead. Like we have so many special teams only guys. We should have let one of them go and re-signed him because I thought he was a better guard than both Ford and Bucker in preseason.
Oh, he played really well.
I thought he played better than both of them in preseason.
He did.
So I have no idea why we didn't protect him. It was a bad call on the front office and the coaching staff.
Yeah, 100%.
But you know what? I guess we'll find out if he becomes a starter down the line, and he's gonna be another one of those guys like Wyatt Teller in Spain. If it works out somewhere else, be like, maybe the issue isn't the guys, and it's the coaches.
Right. Whoever's evaluating these guys, going, hey, get rid of them. We were like Cody Ford. Keep Ford and Bucker on the team.
Yeah. So Spen says, do we have the option? Yeah. So before they basically reach out to the agent to tell the agent they want to sign him off the practice squad. The agent lets the team know. The team has the option to sign him before the other team does. And we chose not to and let him go somewhere and let him go to the Eagles. Dumb. Very much like McLeod. Nick McLeod is back with us now on our practice squad. We had cut him and we were going to bring him back to the practice squad, and he was picked up by someone else. And then he sat on their roster. They cut him. So we picked him back up and put him back on our practice squad.
Yeah. That's what I heard. I just heard that today, by the way. He played okay.
Doyle has a lot of upside. It's the reason why he's on our from an athletic standpoint, he has a lot of upside. It's the reason why we kept him over Anderson. I truly believe that. I believe, though, at the same time that Bean and McDermott felt comfortable with Bucker because they've been around for 4 or 5 years. They paid him $2 million to bring him back, and their gamble isn't paying off.
Right. Well, problem is, Mikey, we don't have time to get these work with these offensive linemen. We gotta find guys that work now, and then find the practice squad guys are good, but we're reaching, man. We are. When a guy goes down, especially, we're in big fucking trouble. That's the problem.
We're supposed to have this depth.
Then
where's the depth that they were talking about? From top to bottom, the Bills have the best roster in football. Really? No. Because that's what everyone was saying. That's what ESPN and Fox and all of them were talking about. Top to bottom, they have the best roster in football. They have all this, all these guys have played. Just because they played doesn't mean they're good.
Yeah, 100%. And listen, guys, for as much as I love Bean, I love McDermott, but if we're going to praise him, you got to give him some criticism. I I'm a Dodge guy. Me too, brother.
Me too. I actually have a Dodge.
Yeah, me too. That's funny.
That's hilarious. Sorry, but you're right. We do need to be able to be real, 100%. When they do well, and I love Bean and McDermott both, and I'm glad they're here. I'm glad they've helped turn us around. They've made us what we are, but they make boneheaded things, and they are far too stubborn. I think about their guys. They're far too stubborn.
Big time, bro. Yeah, sometimes you got to just say, hey,
it's not working.
You can't hit right. You can't hit. Listen, no GM's perfect. Your draft picks, some of them won't work out. I mean, it's the way it goes. There's first round draft picks that don't work out. There's number one picks that don't work out. You got to know when to let go. Right? Josh Rosen was a bust. Arizona said, Arizona could have said, fuck it. You know what?
After the first year, they realized it's not what it's not, he's not going to work out here. Got to get him out of here.
Sam Darnold.
Oh, God. Sam Darnold.
Cam Newton is back.
Well, Sam Darnold's hurt. That's why Cam Newton's back.
I'm just saying.
But Sam has not played well. Good. Right. I like what Spence says here. He says, he talks a little bit about the draft. He says, we need to draft, guard or center cornerback in the first 3 rounds. So here's 100%. The thing. I will tell you, I've spent a lot of time with Joe Marino's Draft Dudes podcast and the Draft Network and going through. And I've been reading the write-ups. I'll tell you, there is a lot of interior guard play that's going to be available 1 through 4. There's a ton of interior guards. Not a lot of tackles, but interior guards. There's a buttload of them that are going to be good prospects coming out this year between rounds 1 through 4.
I'd be comfortable in 2 or 3, to be honest with you. I go corner in the first. For me,
corner's the same way. There's a buttload of corners. There's Joey Porter Jr. Have you watched Joey Porter Jr. play? He plays at Penn State. He's 6'2", super athletic. Isn't technically refined yet because he's more of an athlete than a technician at this point. But they're looking at him as the back half of the draft, and I'm talking that's a kid and let McDermott get his hands on that could turn him into something special. He has all the tools. He's fast. He's long. He can play man. He can play zone. But he plays for Penn State, and he isn't technically sound yet. So someone like that we could pick up later. I'd say probably they're on the 5th is probably where he'll end up going, unless he just flies up in the draft, the draft process. But I would like to see us heavily invest in our trenches this offseason.
You got to. If it's
our interior
drafting,
trenches.
Drafting a free agency, you have to. It all starts up front, guys. I keep saying it. Bro, you can be an average quarterback and look pretty good if you have a good offensive lineman. You can. I mean, I listen, Ryan Tannehill, he's a middle of the pack quarterback, but his offensive line is pretty good. And sometimes he looks like a top 10 quarterback. I mean, he just does.
See, and that's why
you got protection. You can do it.
Yeah, and that's why I say it's scheme. Because you have Bobby Hart on that offensive line playing left tackle.
Yeah.
I really think it's scheme. So we need to figure something out that I mean, whether it's a OG Bobby Johnson thing, whether it's a Daboll thing, or we need to do something to tweak our blocking scheme because it's not working whatever they're doing.
At this point, Daboll ain't getting no fucking job.
I wouldn't give him a head coaching job with the way this team looks right now.
We might be stuck.
But let's be honest. After week 6, when we slapped up the Chiefs, everyone was saying Daboll's the next head coach guy.
Not
here
fucking
we are,
me.
Week 9. Not you, but the rest of the league was talking about it.
Good luck.
Week 9, we're talking about he ain't getting a job. What's wrong with the Bills? So when we come to week, 15, 16, 17, 18 into the playoffs, what's happening now may just be a blimp. We don't know.
Better fix that fucking blip.
Well, Spencer Brown is back. That helps because at least he can block from right tackle.
Thank God.
You know,
I hope he's wearing a back brace or whatever the hell's
yeah.
going on with his back.
T-Dobbs comes in and says he feels bad with the loss of Justice
I
Simmons.
know.
That's a
Fuck,
big
man.
loss. That's a
It is.
big loss.
That guy had a motor, man.
Yep.
Love Justin Zimmer. I was a huge Justin
And
Zimmer.
it was infectious on the defense.
Yeah, dude.
You know,
But either way, I gotta say once again, like it sucks, but our defense has been nothing but solid. Like the next guy up, and they've done their job. Like everybody who's filling in for everybody this year has done their job. AJ Klein came in for Milano. He did very well. Tremaine's gonna sit. I'm sure the next guy's gonna step up, right? Harrison Phillips played very well when he needed to come in. So our defense, I'm not worried. The depth on our defense is crazy good.
Yeah.
So I know it sucks losing them, but the offense, it's all of the offense, bro. Right now, that's the concern.
Losing Zimmer, all that means is we're not getting rid of Butler. Just know Butler's here for the rest of the year. He's here for the rest of the year, guys. You know, it's why they kept him in case something like this happened.
See? You see, Mikey? I told you there's a reason why.
You know, but yes, and the thing about Zimmer is it's not a 3-week IR then return. It's a full year IR. He's going under. He said something happened to his knee, and he had having surgery, and he's done for the year. So he's not coming back.
Yep.
You know,
sucks.
David comes in and says he loves draft talk. I will tell you, I am a huge draft guy. I love it, and we'll get more and more into that later this year and into the off season. Be here on Tailgate Talk. We'll talk draft. We'll do mock drafts. We're gonna have a good old time this offseason with free agency and draft.
Yep.
Going through. Yes, I love this one. T-Dobbs. It's funny that we have a second round pick that's inactive every week when we could have had Creed Humphreys. What was the point of taking Boogie Basham if we're gonna sit him when we could have had Creed Humphreys?
Dude, I brung that up too. I brung that up on Sunday. What?
Did you?
I mean, I understand their reasoning for it.
Yeah.
But come on, guys. There was a much more needed stuff at that point. You drafted Gregor Rousseau. Fine. Did you really need Boogie Basham? You could have got an offensive lineman. You could have got a cornerback.
Yeah.
You didn't need to go back to back at that point. I felt like that was a perfect opportunity. There were still guys, like he said, Creed Humphrey available, right? There were still good cornerbacks still available. I don't understand his mindset on that pick, especially if you're not going to use him. He's just sitting there. He does nothing.
Here's the thing. We were never going to draft Humphreys anyways because they were going to trade out of that slot if Boogie wasn't there. Boogie was the guy that they were looking for. So I don't understand. They overestimated their interior offensive line. End of story.
Of course. They're still overestimating the offensive line. They still think they're okay. Like they're not even. Listen, I love McDermott. I love that he don't throw players on the bus, kind of, but I kind of want it. I really want the fire. I want McDermott mad. He's never up. Be honest, McDermott. The fucking offensive line sucks right now. We need to fucking fix it. Like, be real. Don't sugarcoat it. Yeah. Don't say I believe in these guys. These guys are good. He's good. Like, dude, they're not. You know it. Everybody knows it. Don't lie to us. Come on, man. And Josh, of course, Josh takes all the criticism, just like Josh always will do. And it just sucks, man. I get that's the whole quarterback thing, like every quarterback, right? They all take, if you lose, it's on the quarterback, right? They always take the blame. It just sucks. It does. I hate that because it's not Josh's fault. It really isn't.
Yeah. And Spen comes in and says, well, with Zimmer being out, wouldn't that open up a spot for Stevenson? Ultimately, I would love to say yes, but they signed Cam Lewis to that spot. Yeah.
They're not going to put up Stevenson, I think. I think they're going to just
they're going to IR him, and they're going to do the Hodgins. He's on the Hodgins plan.
Yep. They'll use him next year though, but it sucks. I did want to see him. I think he could have been a game changer on kick returns.
T-Dub, wouldn't it be something if Dable goes somewhere else next year and Josh blossoms into a superstar?
It wouldn't shock. It wouldn't surprise me.
Josh is already a superstar, but if he gets even better under Dorsey, because I really believe Dorsey's going to be our next offense coordinator.
Yes,
I think he was brought here to be groomed to be the next offense coordinator. And I'll tell you, I think I'm ready for Dorsey to take over some of these play calling duties, and let him start calling some of these plays, because he understands it from a quarterback standpoint.
Yes, 100%. He's a smart bro. He's a smart individual.
He was taking a lot of interviews this offseason for OC jobs.
Yes, he was. And I think that's why they gave him that little promotion, just to kind of, keep him happy, keep him staying. And I'm sure they had the conversation with him already.
Yeah.
Like, you are next man up. I'm almost 100% sure. And guys, you're not going to be upset with it, because that dude, like, I'm a big Hurricane fan. That dude, man, like, he's legit. He just didn't have the talent for the NFL. But up here, he's a smart dude, bro. And he's helped Allen out tremendously. He doesn't get enough credit at all for Josh Allen's success, and he's a big part of it. Trust me.
Yeah, Humphrey should have been a first round pick. I agree. We should have snagged him in the second round. It was a bad call. Yeah, we know about Mitch Morris's concussion issues. We should have had a plan. I don't know why they didn't look into Humphreys. Maybe there's something they just didn't feel that was good fit. I don't know. But anyways, let's dive into this game a little bit. We know about the O-line's issues. We've talked about nauseum. We opened it up talking about the lack of targets to Diggs. We really need to find a way to get that guy involved early in games.
Amen.
Start
he's one of the best receivers in the league.
Yeah, start using Sanders to clear things out and let Diggs run those ends and crossers, and get him back going.
I got another guy real quick for you, Gabe Davis. Let's get fucking Gabe Davis involved.
We tried. He dropped the ball.
No, I don't care. It's because we're barely throwing it to him. You can't just throw it to him once, twice, and he dropped one, and then bro. Gabe Davis is a good receiver. If he's not getting enough targets, bro, you can't. The one target he got, bro. He has pretty good hands. He's made some phenomenal catches.
Yeah,
he's a taller receiver. Get him more involved, man, especially in the red zone. I keep saying it. We don't really have tall receivers. He's probably our tallest other than Kumaro, who's, by the way, never in the game on offense anyways, or he's never involved in the pass.
Yeah, so, he's when he's in the game, it's going to be a run.
Yeah. So as I'm saying, put fucking, bro, when we're in the red zone, I'm telling you, we got to go to two guys. You either got to go to Gabe Davis because he's a taller receiver, or Dawson Knox. You have
to. Diggs. He's the guy with the best hands.
Well, Diggs, yes, but not in the red zone. Maybe, I guess it depends where you're in the red zone.
We don't throw him enough. We don't throw it to him enough in the red zone. The
weird that we went to him in the fourth.
People? Yeah.
We started going to him in the fourth quarter, a little late.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. We have to get him involved early, and that's fine. But this isn't Davis's first drop either. He's had a couple really bad drops this year.
I get it, but
he doesn't get that much run. He doesn't. He really doesn't get that much run.
They'd rather have fucking Devin Singletary or Zach Moss on a 4 or 5 receiver.
God.
I'm just saying, why not have Gabe Davis in there? Why not?
I don't know. I don't know. We talked about our designated special teamers getting penalties. What's the point of having a freaking designated guy if he sucks and isn't doing his job? Yep. Undisciplined football. We really haven't talked too much about this. The penalties are killing us.
Oh my God.
Super undisciplined.
Bro.
Super undisciplined.
Yes, 100%. Like, Trey White knows better. He got out, bro. That guy got under his skin.
Yeah, it's not even just that. I'm talking about like on offense.
Baited him
too. Defense gets their penalties, and they give up a field goal. But offensively, we'll start driving, and then they'll get a freaking holding call or a false start, and or a block below the waist.
When you know better. Yeah, when you know better. You should know better.
It kills the drives. Just kills
100%. It flattens the drive. Yeah, it just totally 10 yards is a big deal. You just got 9, you're going back 10.
Mm-hmm.
It just totally flattens everything. It totally sucks the air out of the whole thing. And it's just like, I could see it happening. It's like 1st and 10 turns into 1st and 20. right? And then you fucking incomplete. Now you're on second 20. It's just it's tough. You can't keep kicking ourselves like that, man.
Yeah, Spen comes in and says having a running back versus going no running back. The defense changes the personnel. The running back's supposed to give us mismatches, and that's the reason why they do it. It's not working. Change something.
Nope. That two-dimensional is not working that they're trying to force, by the way.
Okay, T-Dobbs. The ball may have been low, but it hit him in his hands. You got to catch that.
Yeah, for sure.
Coming in there says they should have got some big big bodies before the trade deadline. Yeah,
did nothing.
It's a lack of them overestimating what they had.
Yep. Overconfident.
Why I should have known you were going to have something to say about my low balls comment. No, Knox will be back this week. Check me.
He's back.
Yeah. He practiced fully,
and
he is going to be back this week.
It's huge, bro. Because Tommy Sweeney. Remember when everyone was talking about Tommy Sweeney should start over Knox a little bit?
Yep.
I'm like, guys, have you seen Tommy Sweeney?
Yeah.
The dude is slow as fuck, and he can't block. I mean, he's okay as a backup, but nah, man. Dawson Knox is very athletic. He could do a lot of good things. And the connection between him and Josh, Tommy and Josh don't have. It's totally different. So thank God Knox is back. Apparently that was a huge deal.
Well, Josh said early in the year that he felt that Knox was one of the better blockers in the league. And I guess I just never really noticed him being that good of a blocker because,
God damn you, Mikey. Start noticing now, right?
Yeah. I never know. I always knew he was good, catch the ball, run, super athletic. I guess I didn't realize how important he was to the blocking scheme.
With everything, he's athletic, bro. I keep telling people there's a reason why they drafted him. There's a reason why they were so patient with him.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, he barely did anything in college.
He was a quarterback when he went to college.
Right.
And he had to learn the tight end position.
Right. And he was on a team with massive talent receivers. So he barely got anything, any receptions, but his athleticism has a high ceiling. So that's why they were like, fuck it, we can mold this guy. We can fucking teach this guy. And bro, I'm telling you, he's only getting better. Bro, he's not even there yet.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Jalen Ramsey, I remember that.
Yeah, and then it's three against the Patriots.
The Arizona catch that Diggs made was phenomenal.
You didn't notice since we had Lee Smith. You're right. Maybe it's because we had Lee Smith always out there blocking.
Right, and I hated
never noticed it.
I hated Lee Smith, and I'm like, fuck, bring him back.
Right? Someone needs to block. Oh God. So another one was the coaching. Unprepared. We talked about that. McDermott, OG, Bobby Johnson. But you know what? We talked about the negatives. Let's talk about the positives real quick from the coaching. Our defensive staff, man.
Frazier.
We got to give them love. we talk about the coaches, but more on the offensive side because of the issues. How about we give Leslie Frazier and Washington and Bob Babbage and those guys the love that they deserve. They are balling on the defensive side.
I told you, Mikey. I told you. I know you were mad at that Tennessee game, but they've done their job for the whole season up until that point, and they bounce right back to shut people up. They do their job. And I love Leslie Frazier, and that dude is gone after the season. I'm telling you guys, if a team doesn't pick him up, there's a fucking problem. He deserves a head coaching job. He's a fucking good guy. He's a player's kind of coach, hell of a defensive coordinator. He's gone. If he's not gone, I'm shocked because that means teams aren't doing they're not doing their right thing by the man because he deserves it. Now we got to find somebody else to fill his place. But Dable,
But
Frazier deserves a lot of credit.
I need to stop and give the love to the defensive coaches because I don't think we give them enough love. for what
Nope.
they have done this year. The players as well. We don't talk enough about how good the defense is truly playing.
Discipline.
You know, I mean, outside of the penalties, which I'm okay with rough penalties. That's going to happen when you're smashing people, and I'm okay with that. You know what?
Right.
Play your game. They'll call it. They call it. So what?
Right.
You know, but this. I don't want this show to be just about the negative. I want to make sure that we take time to look at the positive. And this defense is a giant positive.
Yeah.
Every level.
Especially
Saran Neal stepping up. Saran Neal stepping up. Now, he's not the best in coverage, but that dude's a gamer. And he lays the wood.
Oh, bro. Yeah.
You know. Oh, God.
That guy could do it all, by the way. He could play linebacker, could play safety, he could play corner, special teams. He's a hybrid, bro. That is a definition of a hybrid player.
Yep.
It's Saran fucking Neal. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, everybody has stepped up. It's funny because last year we were bad. Same team. There is no difference. And they said, fuck that
there's a couple small differences.
I'm just saying, it's the same at Oliver. Stars back. I'm just saying, for the most part, same safeties,
Groot's new.
Groot's new, but he's not a huge reason why. I just think last year there was a lot to it with the coronavirus.
Star back. Star makes a huge difference in the middle.
100%. But I also think they took that shit personally. I think they said, you know what? We could be way better. We know what we are. We've been playing together. And they bounced back, bro.
Why?
I like that.
Why?
Lay the wood. You said it, Mikey.
Yeah. I know. He's got all those metaphors off of my sayings. All right, so moving through the injury, another one I had marked is the injuries were mounting. We're starting to get some of them back. Knox is coming back this week.
Yep.
Where we see Brown coming back this week. We'll see Tron Johnson back out of concussion protocol. Will be active, which is huge.
Good. Yep.
We lost Edmonds, and that hurts. We lost Zimmer. That hurts. Moss is a game time decision. He's questionable, but you know what? At this point, let's give Singletary 15, 17 carries and see what he's got.
Yeah, and bring Breida. You signed Breida for a reason.
I still don't know why. I'd much rather have Stevenson than Breida.
No, I get it, but I'm just saying you got to have a backup running back. Well, shit. I'll give Antonio Williams. I'll give Antonio Williams a shot.
Yeah.
Why not? He balled out week 7. He looked promising. You can't have just Devin Singletary in this game. They're going to bring another running back up. I wonder who. I'm guessing Breida. If I had to guess.
Yeah, probably. I would like to see Williams.
But I get it. But a screen pass to Breida compared to a screen pass to Singletary might be a way better yardage after catch.
Well, if we're going to run that 5 wide, wide with the receiver out there, I want Breida to be the one out there. Really, 100%. I wouldn't even mind seeing McKenzie in the backfield.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Why not?
At the end of the day, with what we got, let's find a way to, But really, I want to see more of the motions. Let's bring the motions back.
Me too.
When we motion and run the counters and the misdirection plays,
100%.
That give your running backs a chance to find
100%.
a hole.
100%. Mikey, pick up the fucking tempo. Pick up the tempo. Let's fucking pick up the tempo. Go no huddle. Let's fucking get this defense backing up. Also, I gotta say, I get normally it's run opens up the pass. I think that it's not working for the team. I think we should pass to open up the run. I think we should go pass heavy. And while the defense is laying flat, then you start to run it and get those.
Yeah.
Because it's worked. It's worked in the past for us. Devin Singletary has gotten major yards in the 3rd and 4th quarter when teams aren't expecting it. I want to see us go up tempo, Josh Allen and shotgun. Boom, boom, boom. Rolling out. Let's just go. Boom, boom, boom. And then do a running back draw when they're not expecting it to Devin Singletary. That's what will shake up the game. Not this fucking thing they've been doing, which is so obvious. They're going to run the ball. The formation. Kumro's in the game. Short. It's like, come on, guy. They're waiting for it. That's what I want to see. It's very predictable. super predictable. So squash that. Let's do what we do best. Let's open up the passing game. Let's get up tempo. Then we can start running the ball.
Yeah. Pass to open up the run, not run to open up the pass.
100%. Go back to what works. That's what works for this team.
So
100%. And get Allen on the run.
Yep. Let's look at the Jets real quick. So they have no Wilson. They're going with Mike White. Honestly, I think Mike White's a better option for them. But I still don't see them being able to move the ball on this defense. Nope. I don't think their offense is better than what we just played against Jacksonville.
100%. You know, Mike White has a big problem when he faces this.
Well, here's the thing. Mike White came out and said, I should have been the number 1 overall pick in my draft class. He's got a big head now, too.
Yeah, well.
You played one good game, dude. One good game, and then you got hurt in your second. Pump the brakes on being the number 1 overall pick.
Right.
You know, the receivers are back. You know, they have Davis back. Great. That's fine. Our secondary's played well. I'm not worried about it. You know, their defense has been struggling. So I guess we're about to find out what struggling, unit breaks out this game. Is it going to be the Bills offense or the Jets defense? So, because we just came off a Jags defense who was struggling too, and they kicked our ass. So, then from the Bills side, we have no Edmonds. We talked about that. We've had no run game. We talked about that. And what offense do we see? Do we see the fast-paced offense that goes out there and gets things going, or are we going to see the slow, methodical, huddle up, run, pass, run, quarterback draw crap that we've been seeing the last few weeks?
RPO.
Well, I mean, I don't mind RPOs at all, but that's not our offense that we ran last year.
It's not, and some of those plays are there if you would give the ball to the running back. Like some of them, if you would,
he's not making the right decisions in the RPO.
He's not,
and that's 100%.
The problem. It's
and
all Josh. 99.5%. Josh Allen's getting that ball. RPO.
Yeah, teams are already playing the pass, still shutting the run name down. Yeah, until our offensive line does better. Until our offensive line does better.
It's because of the scheme, though. I don't know about that. It's the same line from last year. And that wasn't the case at the Josh.
Well, they didn't play this too high shell against us last year. They tried to blitz Josh a lot and he ate him up.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like they're doing it kind of now too. They're bringing the heat, and Josh. I don't like Josh in the pocket too long. That's the problem. Pocket's getting pushed back. He's getting. By the way, leads the league in swatted passes. I mean, that's a problem.
It's because our interior offensive line can't get engaged. They're from the time they say hike, they're getting pushed backwards. There's no anchor. There's crazy. No fight on the inside. Bakker's been garbage, and no one's talking about it. Everyone just talks about Ford. I get it. Ford's been a giant bust, but let's talk about the real issue and Bakker and Williams.
Oh,
Williams cannot play tackle.
He's been a huge.
Never play tackle.
Yeah, but he's not lived up to his contract.
No,
he's one of the players that not lived up to. Matt Milano's lived up to his contract.
God,
Josh Allen's still going to live up to his contract.
Matt Milano has exceeded his contract. Like, let's be honest. He took 100%. A discount to come back here, and it's just he's played better than he did last year.
100%. Darrell Williams he won't be here next year. I just don't see it.
Josh
not if it continues.
Yeah, Josh did that short and fast pass on the run on the first drive against the Packers in the preseason. I can't figure out why they haven't seen it. You know what, T. Jobs? You're right. Where is that offense at that we saw against the Packers?
Beautiful drive. That's exactly what. And I brung that up. Remember, like in week 2, week 3, I told you that Packer drive. I get it was preseason, but it was quick pace. He's getting 4, 5, 7, 8 yard passes. Boom, 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 and then he hit Gabe Davis on a 30
yard pass.
Yeah. When the defense was playing a short pass, it was so beautiful, bro. That's exactly what I want to see.
That's what they were doing last year. Like, I don't see that this year. Those 5, 7, 8, 10, and it's different guys all the time. They're moving
You
them
don't
around.
have to,
They're not doing that. They're like stuck in mud and they're like calling the same stupid shit. RPO,
Same thing.
RPO.
Yeah.
Forget
Put
the
Josh in
RPO.
shotgun. Pick them apart, man. Listen, you have one of the best slots in the game in Cole Beasley. You have one of the best receivers in the game in Diggs. You have a savvy veteran in Emmanuel Sanders. There's plenty of talent on this team. Let's pick teams apart with these 6, 7, 8-yard routes. Boom, boom, boom. Josh can do it. He has the arm strength to get the ball out in 2.5 seconds. He can do it. Shotgun, bam. It may be a little boring effort. Who cares? We're driving down the field.
But we're not seeing that. We're not seeing that. They love this RPO.
100%.
They all fell in love with this RPO all of a sudden.
College
and that's what we
bullshit.
see.
It's college football crap. It's not working here, bud.
But T-Dubs, you're right. I want to see that offense again.
Yep.
The offense that just goes back. And it's not the one that where Diggs runs deep or he runs a stop. I want to see Diggs on ends and bubbles and slants and if they want to bring up the blitz, that's fine. If they want to play the cover 2 shell, there's open gaps. Let's get him in it. Stop running him to the sideline because that's all Diggs does now. He runs the sidelines and stops, or he runs a go.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he has to switch it up. Listen, we're in the second half of the season now, folks. You got to pick it up now. It's the time now. I hope this Jacksonville game was a huge fucking awakening. Not by the players, only the players, but the coaching staff.
Mm-hmm.
I really hope so. I hope Dable gets whatever the fuck's going on. I know he's gone through some personal shit, and hopefully he's he's getting through that, and now he can concentrate on football. Because maybe we're not talking about that, and I'm not going to really get into all that, but maybe that could be a factor too, Mikey. I'm just saying. He did lose his grandparents.
Yeah.
You never know. Maybe his head's not all in there. I'm just saying. I know that's not an excuse. He's not going to make that excuse. It's very possible, bro. Very possible.
Okay, then if that's possible, why aren't we letting Dorsey get in there and do some stuff?
I get it, but he's the OC. It's not like he's going to take time off. And if he felt that way, he should tell McDermott, "My head's not in the game.
Yeah,
my head's not. I need a little break." I would accept that. I really would. But he's not going to say that, bro. He's not.
Yeah.
But it could be. I'm just saying. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's just weird that the timing is after that happened. We've been playing pretty bad offense.
Yeah.
The last.
So let's get into the score predictions. What's your score prediction?
It ain't gonna be what I've been giving you guys. and I'm gonna give you one, and I still think it might be too high. But 27-9. I think Buffalo wins 27-9. And that may be too high, but I'm gonna give him 27. And God, I hope I'm right.
And I'm going 21-17.
Okay. Hey, that's fair. Like I said, any score is fair right now. If somebody told me 9-7, okay.
Yeah, I'm going 21-17. You'll never, for the rest of this year, you'll never see Mike going with blowouts again. Because both times I've said it, we've lost. Never again will I do that. So, we want to see your guys over here too. We're also going to do the X factors for offense and defense. So those of you that are watching, throw yours in over here in the chat. We want to see it. Tommy, who's your X factor on offense?
Dawson Knox on his return.
Knox, nice. Defense.
Trey White. I think he's going to get a interception or two.
It'll be his first one this year.
All right. Well, ready.
So on offense. Offense. I'm going to say Spencer Brown. I'm going to say with him back, he's going to make the offensive line. He's going to bring a little nasty to that offensive line.
All right.
We won't see as much from the stats, but if that offensive line gels together and brings that nasty, he's going to be the X factor. And on defense, I'm going to say Epinesa. I saw him last week get in a few times, and he was putting the heat. They're starting to give him some more snaps again.
About damn time. He was like in the doghouse for some reason.
I don't know what was going on with him, but I'm starting to think maybe he had that foot injury earlier. Because Zimmer was a healthy scratch too. and then all of a sudden he's gone for the year because of the knee injury, just never got better. So I'm thinking maybe it wasn't that he's so much in the doghouse as he was nursing an injury.
Okay,
That,
that's fair.
you know,
That they didn't really say.
this is just me reading through, reading through the tea leaves because
Very possible. Yeah,
that's why you've seen less reps from him because he does miss practice throughout the week. He's always in,
so it's very possible.
It's a day here, or he's limited here, or whatever. So maybe he was dealing with that foot because I know he hurt his foot and then he was scratched. They called him a healthy scratch, but really he had a foot issue that whole week, and then they scratched him. So
maybe he's being cautious.
I think AJ, he's part of our future. Him and Groot and Oliver and Boogie and Star. Those are the main cogs next year. All the rest of the guys are free agents.
Not Trey. Trey's back.
No, I meant on the D line.
Oh, on the line.
Yeah. We have AJ and Groot and Boogie as our DNs that are signed for next year, and then we have Oliver and Star. Everyone else is free agents after that.
Okay.
20 plus to 12. I like that, Nathan. Daniel Garvey comes in and says 24 to 12.
I don't hate it.
No, I don't hate it. You're gonna give him 4 field goals.
Yeah, I can't.
I can see us giving more field goals this week without Edmonds in the middle because you have to remember Edmonds is our play caller and he moves everyone.
I know
so that's a ding, and I don't know who's going to be his replacement. I don't know if they're going to play Klein or if they're going to play like Dotson or Smith or someone like that.
I play Klein, man. I think Klein's a savvy guy. He's done very well.
I wouldn't even mind seeing Matakevich because when he's played awesome.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, either one, but I would take Klein if I had an option to pick.
In the middle, though?
Klein.
In the middle?
You could. Well, I mean, you could. He's been there, done that. He's a veteran. You know that. So I don't think
he's known that defense for a long time. So I could see him getting the green dot. And like honestly, I might give Jordan Poyer the green dot and let Jordan Poyer be the defensive captain this week and let him move people around.
Why not?
He's been in this defense a long time. He knows his stuff. Evan comes in and says 27-17. I'm good with that too.
Yeah. Fair.
T. Dobson says this must be a win if they want to hold off the improved Patriots. I agree. I do agree. Yeah, I do too. I really am not that impressed with the Patriots. I don't think they're as good as everyone's making them out to be. Their defense is really good. Their offense is okay.
Exactly.
They just don't make mistakes.
100%.
Like everyone's talking about Mac Jones like he's the second coming. Let's be honest. Mac Jones is a rookie who checks the ball down a bunch and has a good running game.
He's a game manager right now.
Yeah.
Game manager.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Belichick is a great coach, bro. He's playing it exactly how you should play it with Mac Jones. Their defense is on point. They're doing, very safe offense.
Don't lose the game for us on offense. Like Josh lost the game for us on offense last week.
Yeah, sure.
Mac Jones isn't doing that right now.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, if we lose the Jets, I'm going to tell you right now, I hate to say it, man. The season's over.
We're in trouble.
I'm going to be real with you guys. It's a wrap. I'm telling you now, you cannot lose back-to-back against teams that you should have won. And if we lose to the Jets, the players' confidence would take a major hit. There would be major problems going on in that locker room. You know that. So I
don't see us losing. I really don't.
I don't either. That's why I said we're winning. I'm just saying, if we lose, there's something major going on. There's a major problem going on, and I think a lot will have to be corrected after that.
And I want to go back to T Dobbs' point. Stack wins. Whether you win by 1 or you win by 40.
I don't give a fuck.
Stack the W's. That's all that matters.
100%. Pats are on our ass, man. I did not think they would be on our ass like this. We got to fucking take these wins that are winnable games. We need to win them. I don't care how it's done. Put a W on the board. We got to handle our business against New England when we play them. Yep. Once we do that, we'll be good to go.
Who wears the green dot? I think it's either going to be Klein or Poyer. We talked about that. I think it's going to be Klein or Poyer. I'd like to see Poyer doing it. I like this one, Jack me. 12-9, Bills, all Bass. Just like last year, we had a
Possible.
16-10 win, and it was all Bass.
Very possible. Very possible. I hope
30-10.
not. I fucking hope not.
30-10, 10 for 10 on field goals.
That would be unbelievable. Unbelievable. The record.
Josh said every offensive possession needs to end with a kick, whether it's a field goal, extra point, or punt. That's his goal, is to make every offensive possession end with a kick.
Okay. Except for the punt, but I get you.
But what he's saying is he can't turn the ball over.
No, I get it.
That's what he was saying. I get
it. No, I know, I understand that, but
I
rather not.
Hyde. I'm not sure they would give Hyde the dot. I mean, he's a captain and he's good, and I think he'd do well at it. I'm just not sure that his position they would give him the dot. I think he would go to Poyer before he'd go to Hyde.
Yeah,
because Poyer comes up into the box, drops down in the box more than Hyde does. But who knows? Maybe they throw a curveball and Hyde's wearing the dot. Who knows? Either way, we're gonna have someone new wearing the dot, and that's a little concerning.
The dot.
So, all right, Tommy, what do you got going on this week?
AFC East shakedown tomorrow at 7:35. I do got a special guest, guys. His name's Curtis. He's coming from Ace Per Head. That's the name of his YouTube channel. He's mainly a Dolphin guy, but he covers Buffalo Bills, believe it or not. Done some really great work. So he'd be a special guest on my show tomorrow. So if you want to tune in, please, or watch the recap. So that's 7:35. And just a heads up, guys. I will be doing halftime, live halftime reports and instant post-game reports after Buffalo Bills games. Usually about 15 to 30 minutes after the game.
So we're going to get unfiltered Tommy?
Unfiltered Tommy. And one more thing. I did forget that. Thank you. Thursday, I have a new show. Thursday nights at 7 o'clock. Thursday night, uncensored. It's uncensored. So
it's Tommy After Dark.
It's Tommy After Dark. So I bring it. I'm a realist. There is no rah-rah in me. You guys should know this by now. And I'm going to say what I want to say. And I hope you guys join me and say what you want to say.
I like it. I like it a lot. For me, you can find me on Twitter at Apex006. Other than that, you randomly find me popping up on Tommy's shows. And now he's having more and more. So I'm really interested in getting on that uncensored. And then you can see, Mike uncensored, because for the most part, I'm pretty tame here. But I as Tommy knows, as we talk offline, he gets a feel for how I really am when I get mad. I might need to pop over there depending on what happens this weekend. I might be your special guest on Uncensored this week if things go bad. So, but other than that, you also find me randomly popping in on the halftime show here, where Joe does the halftime show on or the play-by-play for #sports, and then I randomly pop on with Paul and Mario for the post game. But other than that, you'll see me every Friday night here hosting Tailgate Talk with my boy Tommy. And for the rest of the weekend, let's enjoy a Bills win, and go Bills.
Need it. Go Bills.